Hey guys, welcome back to another RMP Connect video. Today I want to go over overclocking the 580 3GB version. Essentially it's the same card as the 1.5, however it is slightly different because of the denser memory. So what that means is you cannot overclock the memory as high as you normally could on a 1.5 gig version of the 580. So, but don't get discouraged with that, because you can still put a decent overclock on the memory, and the core and shaders are not affected by this. You can overclock that to a normal 580 if you want. Alright, so here we are in MSI Afterburner. As you can see there, the GeForce GTX 580. Okay, there's only two of them in here right now, because in the last video I explained that I had one of the third one came in and it was defective. So alright, so this is just on idle. The GPU 1, 45, and 38, so those are pretty decent. Now the core voltage is unlocked. The core clock and everything is all on stock right now, 772, 1544 for the shaders. The memory clock is 2004, and I'm using the user-defined profile. So what that means is when it as the fan speeds up to say 60%, I'm sorry, the temperature gets to about 60 degrees, the fan hits 60 degrees. When the card reaches 70 degrees, the fan gets 70, and so on and so forth. It just keeps going and going. Alright, so first thing, in the last video I've done a while back was overclocking the 570. A lot of people were having problems and sending me a lot of messages about how to unlock the core voltage, things like that. So I'm going to go over that real quick before we get started here. So what you do is you go down here into the settings. Well, first, make sure you have the latest one. This is 2.20 beta 8. Okay. So we're going to go into the settings, and right over here you're going to see a box that says unlock voltage control. This is under the general tab. Okay, and you just want to check this off and unlock voltage control. You don't have to set the voltage monitoring. I don't really use it. I don't see a point to that. And then you just hit OK. And then what it's going to do is it's going to ask you to restart MSI Afterburner. So all you do is just close it out and just reopen it, and you come back up to this menu. Okay, so now first thing you want to do is you want to increase the core clock as much as you can while staying stock on the voltage. From what I've been reading and what I've tried, most people and I have experienced the same thing, where you can usually get around 850 on the core clock at stock voltage. And that's, again, every video card is different. Do not rely on this for your card or anything else. They're all different, just like a CPU. They all overclock differently. Majority of people, though, do receive, and they're able to use the stock voltage and go to about 850 or so. Okay, so the first thing is if you want to go to a mild overclock, that's fine. What I did with mine was I went straight to 900, so we'll set it right to 900. Now for me to be stable at 900, and again this goes with a lot of other people, is the voltage goes from 1000 to 1100, which is essentially 1.1 volts, okay? This is where I'm stable. Some other people have been able to get it down to 1.88 volts or something like that, which is really, or 1.088, which is really good. But I'm stable at 1.1 or 1100. So you can see there the core clock is at 900, shader clock is at 1800. Now we come down to the memory. Again, this is based off of, everyone has a different experience with this, but from what I've read, and I've been doing a lot of research on it, is the 3GB cards, because of the denser memory, most of them don't like to go over 2100 for the memory clock. You start experiencing artifacts, crashes, things like that. So jumping from 2000, so it's only 100 megahertz overclock, which is not insane compared to what other 580s or the regular 580s could do. However, the effects of this overclock, or overclocking the memory versus playing games, is not a huge increase as opposed to increasing your core clock. that's where you get most of your gains from. So I guess that's about it. I'm trying to think if I missed anything here. You can set your profiles, which I do. If you go down into the settings, you go all the way over here to the end, you hit the profiles tab, then it gives you the different profiles, and I just set mine to Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, and you can set that up. And now what it happens is my profile 1 turns everything back to default. My button 2 gives it a mild overclock to essentially the superclocked edition of EVGA, which is 797, and the memory is at 2025, which is 4050. So this is the mild one, and then my more extreme one jumps you right up to 900 and 2100 on the memory. Again, if you use the user profile, it's a really good feature to have, and it helps keep your temperatures in check. So I think that's about it. If I missed anything, or if you do have any other questions, please feel free to comment, send me a message, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Oh, another thing too is the drivers I'm using is the 28562. Those are the newest official ones. I'm not sure if there's any betas coming out or out yet, but these are the official ones that you can get from EVGA or NVIDIA. But alright guys, that was just another quick video just to show overclocking the 3 gig 580 version. Okay, remember it's slightly different. The memory does not overclock as high as a normal one, so you got to keep that in mind. But overall, this thing is just these are just beastly cards, and I can't wait to hopefully get my third one back if I decide to keep it. If not, two 580s, two 3 gig 580s for NVIDIA Surround is perfect. It's like it runs so smooth and it's perfect. Obviously, a third one would make everything run better, but two 3 gig 580s is doable. So, and they overclock real well. So, okay, that's it. Next videos, benchmarks, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm done a lot of benchmarks over the past year and stuff, and it's a lot of the same garbage, However, one of the 2 videos actually I will be doing are the new Batman Arkham City. Let's see if you can. There it is, right there, Batman Arkham City for the PC. Bam. And then, oh, I don't have it on here. I haven't bought it yet. The other thing I'm gonna get is the Skyrim. That's coming out in a few days, so I will be getting that. So I'll probably be doing 2 videos on that. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything else worth doing. But alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.